we're looking at a brand new sealed box of Greenlight's Club VDub Series 5, Chance of a Green Machine chase vehicle in there. Some other cool Greenlight vehicles as well. Got half of the Hot Pursuit Series 23, the cool half. We're going to open all of those up. As well as two hobby exclusives, limited edition camper trucks with brand new camper boxes on them. We have never seen these before, although the camper trucks in these boxes is a standard long time format that we've seen before. And also some brand new cool Autothentics Series 16 from M2. Some really cool Volkswagen trucks in there, tow trucks, campmobiles, all sorts of things. We're going to take all this stuff out of the package, starting with a Greenlight VDub fresh factory case unboxing. The last time I got a sealed Greenlight box, it was for the Hitched Home Series 1, the brand new release of trailers, and I received a Green Machine chase in there. So there's always a good chance whenever you get a sealed box of Greenlight like this, and they're always very good about sending sealed boxes. Excellent packaging. So let's just crack into this box now. What's the first one coming out? We have the 1948 Volkswagen Beetle. Series 5 there on the right. This one's got the chrome top piece on it. We'll look at all of them in detail after we get them all out, but that's how all the packaging is going to look on the back. And those nice Volkswagen authentic style wheels. Someone said that those are off of a Porsche or something like that, or similar as a Porsche. Anyways, let's get all these out and then we'll take a closer look at them. Some cool newer castings in here, including the 71 Volkswagen Type 2 double cab pickup. Look at all the gear on this thing, ready for a safari. Wow, that's going to be a fun one to crack open. And another very cool piece here. I'd like to point something out here on the 68 Volkswagen Type 2 Campmobile. This one has a new bumper piece that I have not seen before on the Volkswagen bus. Very cool accessory. Love how Greenlight is always full of the new accessories, making all these different models that much more collectible. And talk about an accessory. Look at this thing. 76 Volkswagen Type 2 double cab pickup. It has a ladder up on the roof. It'll be a lot easier to see when we crack it out of its packaging. It has a hoist there. Really cool piece. Some sort of construction vehicle. Or perhaps fire support. Who knows what it's for. New tool, it says. So that's what they put on. I think we saw that on the green one as well. That's also a new tool, which means that they've used a new tool in the casting for these vehicles. And then the ever popular gas series vehicles. We have Texaco, the Texas Company, 1975 Volkswagen Type 2 panel van. Last one out. Volkswagen Beetle taxi cab. That's a cool one. Very nice little piece. Like the green and white. And so no chase, no Green Machine, but that's fine. Very cool vehicles. Now the reason I only bought 3 out of the 6 is I can't afford to buy everything that Greenlight puts out, although I love all of the stuff they do. Some other cool cars in this series which I won't be showing you, including a Jeep Wrangler, 2016 Dodge Charger Pursuit, and the 2016 Ford Police Interceptor Utility, so an SUV. The ones I am showing you are more of the classic police vehicles, which is what I really like collecting most, are the classic cars, and really like the 67 Ford Custom 500 casting, the big old 4-door. We'll get that one peeled out of the package in just a moment. And it's been a while since we've seen the 1967 Chevrolet Impala in the 2-door format. And I actually think there might only be 1 or 2 other releases in a Hot Pursuit style with this vehicle. So it's nice to see that one make it back into the lineup. And always a favorite for me, the 91 Ford Mustang SSP, or as I call them, the Fox Body Mustang. Nice vehicle. Pretty cool vehicle to open up, so we'll get all those open up in just a second. 2 more vehicles to look at. These awesome exclusives. They run about $10 US, but well worth it. Very heavy pieces, all metal. And that's a new camper box on the back, Winnebago, on top of a 67 Dodge D100. Winnebago slide-in camper it's called. Dodge and Winnebago. There's a picture of the actual vehicle. Some original advertising. And then over here we've got the 68 Chevrolet C10 and Silver Streak camper. So another brand of camper. Brand new from Greenlight. These are new models entirely. The trucks are not, however, those are some really cool, almost Airstream look silver piece here. This one's painted beige. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a silver version come out shortly, as whenever there's something new, Greenlight usually puts it out in numbers, lots of variations. So we're going to get those out of the package as well for you. But now on to M2. Here is how the M2 display in your local Walmarts. These are Walmart exclusives, only available at Walmart, limited to 7,380 pieces worldwide. Of course, on the back it's got a generic display of how they build these and how many parts go into them. They are quite easy to take apart with a small screwdriver. So we'll take the vehicles I got out of the display shipping carton. At first when I pulled this one out I thought it was a Chase, but that's just how it's supposed to be. Very shiny piece. We'll look at all these just close up in a second. Some really cool all Volkswagen vehicles, of course. And I'm not sure which one I'm missing here, but there should be 6 in a box, and I was only able to find 5. I bought these locally in the wild, as I say, at my local Walmart. So I've been meaning to get to find out what the 6th one is that I didn't pick up. Check out all these awesome models. I've got the Greenlights parked next to the M2s, but that's okay. We're all 1/64 scale and highly authentic, perfectly to scale. Very complementary vehicles to collect next to each other, although built quite a bit differently, and many collectors do have their opinions on both. I like both of these diecast producers pretty much equally. Greenlight does put out more variety when it comes to their castings, but M2 is doing a great job with what they do put out. Anyways, we're going to look at all these vehicles a little closer up. The ones that have opening hoods, I have opened the hoods on to reveal detailed engines. Those are the Greenlights. And another Greenlight car. Check out this Volkswagen from Greenlight. Absolutely stunning details. Both the front lid and the rear engine cover open up and close very nicely. Greenlight's cars do roll quite nicely, whereas M2 vehicles tend to be more of a static display at times. As you can see, that back wheel is not really turning the best. That is a common complaint with M2s amongst those that open them up. But honestly, how many of us are actually playing with these vehicles to the point that we need to set land speed records? Here is the latest Greenlight model. I wasn't sure if this actually moved or not until I opened it up. It does appear to be a static display, and if it is not, I don't really want to force it just in case, because it looks quite fragile. This part is all plastic. Really nice detailed piece though to put on a vehicle, and certainly one of a kind in my opinion. Also from Greenlight, this new mold here, or new casting, at least new features on it. Real cargo safari, removable canvas top, reveals even a little clear window in there. Check out the canvas work, very nicely done. Fits over top of the cage perfectly. And then we were looking at this front bumper piece on this Greenlight bus here. Really cool, authentic piece that would have been seen on these old Volkswagen vans and probably double cabs of the time. Nice accessory piece. That one doesn't roll too good, but this one does. Little Texaco van, the lightest of the bunch of 6. This one does not feature any opening parts and has a plastic base. But I've noticed with the 6 vehicle sets, often there is one vehicle which is made a little simpler, a little lighter than the other vehicles, possibly to compensate on shipping weight or just overall costs. These little bugs, however, both feature metal bases. And I really like the green and white taxi color combination on this one. And the stance on this one is super cool. I haven't seen this before from a Greenlight vehicle. The wheels are, I think, purposely outside of the fenders, kind of giving it a little bit of an off-road flavor almost. Over to the Greenlight police cars. Nice big old 500. Whoa, look at that wheel. We got a little bit of a wobbler on that one, but that's okay. Gives it a nice demolition derby type roll. Anyways, one of my favorite castings. Next up, the big 67 Impala 2-door. The cherry on top. And this one is the Indiana State Police on the door. The final police car here, the Mustang. Who's on the door of that one? State Troopers. Kentucky Police. Check out the detail lights, right down to the trunk lock. Ford emblem. I mean, this stuff is so small, without my camera, I couldn't even really read it to you. Still can't read it. Anyways, I will be able to once the video is made. Clear lights in the front too. Textured, of course. Really like this model. It's got a lot of detail in it. We'll finish off the Greenlights before we look at the M2s close. Here we got the big old Dodge with the opening hood. Plastic Winnebago top on it. Lots of detail. Little antennae and roof vents all glued on top. Still very substantial though. Heavy metal vehicle. Big, nice wide rubber tires on that one. Rolls really well. And here's a really cool one, of course, the Silver Streak. Almost looks like a promotional vehicle for Silver Streak. And that is a nice piece as well. Some delicate antennae and vents glued to the roof of this vehicle. So maybe not the best one to give to the kids in the sandbox, but still. Greenlight vehicles are fairly robust. More robust than M2 vehicles in my opinion. And a good example of that is this vehicle here, which is really cool. This M2 tow truck. It did feature 4 little lights, I guess, along the top of the tow piece bar here. Well, they were in the package, but they were not attached. Just a little too delicate, I think, for the scale, and possibly some features of M2 vehicles. I know they're really trying here, but a little too delicate for the scale at times. If you do manage to get one that is intact, you better be very careful that you drop even the box and things will probably start falling off. Overall though, the vehicle itself is quite robust and well built. It's assembled with screws. There it is at the front. Metal base, rubber tires, just like the Greenlights. And other than that, really nice piece. It's got an actual metal hook here, a metal attachment for the hook, which is quite clever. And of course, same scale as Greenlight entirely, same dimensions. The M2 vehicles, I've noticed, are for the most part lowered, or slammed as we call it. So here's a nice slammed Volkswagen with the pickup truck box, and you can see it's even got the kind of universal back piece for possibly a tow truck hookup. Lots of little parts on these things. And here's another one of those canopy covers. This one's got like side skirts on the side that to imitate the sides being folded down flat, versus, where's my Greenlight one? Where's this truck here? Well, actually, let's use the one with the cage on it. This one here, you can see has the doors in the up position on the Greenlight, and on the M2 they've cleverly glued or riveted the side panels to the side of the truck back to imitate it being folded down. Not sure if the Greenlight piece will fit on the M2, but I wouldn't be surprised if it did. It nearly does. That's just showing you the scale is very close. And here is another M2. This one actually has the side pieces up. That's on there fairly sturdily. Maybe it's clipped on, I'm not sure. I'm not going to try ripping it off though. Very fancy paint job and wheels on this particular vehicle. I like these big roof mounted headlights as well. They're pretty cool. And here's one with the side canvas portions imitated to be rolled up and strapped with those little straps. So you could have some passengers kicking around in there and they'd actually be able to see out the side of the vehicle. So very cleverly built vehicles all the way around, M2 and Greenlight. I always enjoy collecting both of these brands. And if you're out there looking for them, as I always say, happy hunting.